Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. We're about to decode a company's latest filing, and let's just say things are getting interesting with a new face on the board. Out of today, we're diving into Syra Health Corp. Their latest report drops a new director appointment, and we're going to break down what it really means for the company and its shareholders. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you're someone who likes to cut through the corporate jargon and get straight to the heart of what's happening, make sure you're subscribed. And hey, if you want to chat about these filings and get even more insights, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. So what's the news from Syra Health Corp? Well, it's a current report, which means they're telling us about something important that just happened. Think of it like breaking news for a company. The big news here is the date, August 13th, 2025. That's when the main event we're talking about today happened. This is Syra Health Corp we're looking at. You might know them as the company whose Class A common stock trades on the OTCQB under the symbol Syra. If you're an investor, this filing is a heads up about a change within the company. Just a quick note on their founding. They were incorporated in Delaware. That's a common state for companies to set up their legal home. And here's an interesting point. Syra Health is flagging itself as an emerging growth company. What does that mean? Essentially, they're a younger company that can take advantage of certain rules to ease their reporting burden, allowing them to focus more on growth. Now, let's get to the core of this report. Item 5.02 tells us this filing is all about changes in directors or key officers, and indeed that's exactly what's happened. The main event here is that on August 13th, 2025, the company's board of directors welcomed a new member, Radhika Moreddy. So, a new director has joined the team. What does this new director get paid? Well, the report tells us her compensation will be the same as the other directors who aren't full-time employees of the company. This is pretty standard. They're not getting a huge salary, but rather director fees, which is common practice to incentivize them for their oversight and guidance. This sentence is important for transparency. It means Ms. Moreddy wasn't chosen because of some secret deal with other people within or outside the company. Her selection seems to be based on her own merits and what the board believes she can bring to Syra Health. This is where things get a bit more nuanced. Generally, the report says there are no related party transactions. What that means is there are no deals where Ms. Moreddy or her close associates stand to gain personally from her appointment beyond her director compensation that need to be disclosed right now. However, there's an exception. She holds significant ownership in a few other private companies: Radcube LLC, Set Ventures LLC, Enlogix IT Services Private Limited, and SKL Demand Private Limited. This is a key piece of information. It tells us she has business interests outside of Syra Health. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a conflict, but it's something to keep an eye on. For instance, if Syra Health were to do business with any of these private companies, that would definitely be a related party transaction, needing careful disclosure and scrutiny. So we've got a new director, Radhika Moreddy, joining Syra Health Corp. And the report itself was signed off on August 15th, 2025. The person signing off on this report is Priya Prasad, who is serving as the Interim Chief Executive Officer. That's also noteworthy. The fact that they have an interim CEO suggests there might have been recent or ongoing changes at the very top leadership level. This adds context to why they might be bringing in new directors. Now, looking at this appointment from a business perspective, bringing in a new director can serve many purposes. It could be to bring in specific expertise to fill a vacancy, or to strengthen the board's independence and oversight. Given that Ms. Moreddy has stakes in other tech-related companies, her appointment might signal a strategic direction for Syra Health, perhaps in technology development or partnerships. However, as investors, we need to consider that she's also an emerging growth company. This means Syra Health is still relatively young and likely navigating its growth phase. New leadership, new board members, and strategic pivots are all part of that journey. The fact that she also has significant stakes in other entities, while not automatically a red flag, means her loyalties and focus could be divided. It's crucial for the board to ensure that any decisions made are in the best interest of all Syra Health shareholders, not just those with connections to Ms. Moreddy's other ventures. From a historical perspective, companies often refresh their boards as they mature or when they face new challenges or opportunities. Without more context on why this appointment was made now, it's hard to say definitively if it's a sign of strength or a reaction to a problem. But as a watcher of the corporate landscape, you always want to see boards that are diverse in their skills and experience, and that Ms. Moreddy's involvement adds a valuable new perspective is the hope. Ultimately, the market will decide if this new addition is a good move. Investors will be watching how Syra Health performs, its financial health, and how this new director contributes to the company's strategy and governance. The mention of her other business interests is an important detail for due diligence. It means potential investors or current shareholders should do their own digging into those entities if they want to fully understand any potential synergies or conflicts. So to wrap it up, Syra Health Corp has a new director, Radhika Moretti, a move that seems in line with typical corporate governance and growth stages. But her external business interests are a point of interest that warrants closer attention. It's a reminder that behind every filing there's a human element and intertwined business relationships to consider. What's your take on this board appointment and the potential implications of Ms. Moretti's other business interests? Do you think it's a positive move for Syra Health? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more of these insights. And don't forget to join our Discord for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.